Chicken stick is going to be first up. What is their setup? I do want to know. You got a spear and what looks like a mace in the other hand. I don't know if it's two-handers or one-handers or what. Looks like a one-hander and two-hander. I have no idea. Does land a spear onto Goer's though. It's going to be wall. Goer's got himself full of send this chicken to try to see if he can fight against it. Through within range of chance. Still hitting those wind strikes back to back. Barely surviving though. But somehow still alive, still kicking. Is going to go for a leap to try to see if he can get away from Goer's. Hopefully no flame shock. Second one kicking in. He's just got himself full on recovery. Root totem around the corner. Does not connect with a stun shockwave unfortunately. That is going to be double Tempest out for Goer's. That is a lot though for Chicken. All he can do is potentially get himself a couple of procs, a couple of hits here and there. Knocked away by Goer's for a second. Got himself yet another charge. Looking to ramp up a bit of damage. Starting to ramp up to a little bit of damage, but it's going to be a quick hex. Goer's cannot get interrupted during that one. So unless you stun it, unless you CC it properly, can't really prevent it. Is going to be disarmed to Goer's for a second. Still got lightning bolts that he's slinging over a Chicken Stick, who's got a big blade storm. Oh my god! What was that damage? What was that, chat? Hold on a second. What was that? He just absolutely turned it around. Adam Power going to be up next. Adam, love to have you here, man. Playing the Frosty. Full barrage of just bolts over a Chicken, not letting him escape. How many of those Frosty volleyballs do you get? Kind of wild. Shifting power is available. Are you a Draxier? You are Draxier. Draxier ain't that bad, actually. The mobility you got on those things is kind of nice. This is going to be a plus, trying to see if he can get himself a sap out of Adam. Trying to get himself a better angle here. I like how you're really trying to hit a quick thing. Yeah. Boom. Yeah. Let's see how well you do with the rogue though. That's usually not been an easy one for mages. Oh, but he was absolutely shell shock and plus though. With a blizzard, just not even letting him catch a reset whatsoever. I do really miss when Frost mages had the whole Ring of Fire, Blizzard's Frozen Orb zonal combo. Right, you'll put a Blizzard on one side, Frozen Orb, and a Ring of Fire behind the pillar. And if the enemy just sits behind the pillar, trick it off a plus. Do you have enough damage? Hold on. Does he have the burst? Lancing it. Lancing it. Oh, Cloak of Shadows for plus. Just get himself a bit of an escape. Viz out for Adam Power for a second. Trying to go for a quick hit. Plus with yet another strike. Secret technique. Everything available. Adam does recover quite a decent bit of health though. Shields back up and available. Does he have the shields to break do damage? I think he does. Oh. Turning around with Val. Not trying to give Adam any opportunity to recover. It's going to go for a quick poly. Got him some big shields, cooldown reduction. You got to be playing the shields that last only a few seconds, right? He has to be. Maybe looking for a block here. That is a lot of damage. That is a ton, man. Fury needs a buff on a shooter. Fury? Maybe. I mean, he did a lot of Blazestorm damage there, but you don't really see them that much. I think I see a lot of arms warrior in PvP nowadays. I do miss Fury. Even if for PvE, man, they're getting kind of rotated out. They're okay in raids. But even in plus, man, there's more feral druids doing higher end dungeon. You got movement while poly? Mass poly? Is that what that is? I barely see anybody run mass poly. That is pretty cool. Well, okay, I don't think he can control this random crossfire bolt, by the way. Caligorn, young, he can't control it. He's not even targeting you guys. It's just the water elemental got a mind of it. So also those frost bolts got a mind of their own. I don't think he can control any of that. So hope you guys don't mind. He literally can't do anything about that. I'm Chicken found a massive shot belt. Wait, what? I found a mace that sheaths the belt. Really? So you are a two-handers. Two-hander mace that sheaths to the belt. That is wild. I was thinking you were running like a two-hander and a one-hander. That looked awesome. Also, what was that burst, by the way? That blade storm. I think it's nasty. Val tried to see if he can get himself maybe some kind of a setup versus Adam, but Adam so far has been able to go for a bit of resetting spaghetti behind the pillar. Brett does not connect, but does get a Nova. Shields are up, so as soon as shields are in, he's actually fine taking a bit of damage from Val, because it's like, wait, those shields are massive. Meteor coming down. Val breaking out of it with the human racial. Adam taking lots of hits is going to get him some big reversal on it with, I think, an alter time. And it's going to be Val picking up a lot of self-healing, mostly trying to go for recovery. Adam having to drop in the second block. This may be one of the toughest matchups. I don't know if there's much that Adam can do here, but I do believe that maybe there's a chance. If there's a will, there is a way. Breath onto Val, into a poly. Does he go for a stun? No, he goes for range. Bubble out for Val, though. That is a pretty big commitment. So for Adam, now there's an opening. There's a win condition. Just, you gotta do damage. You gotta get a setup versus Val. As soon as Bubble is down, does go for a juke. That's gonna be a Wake of Ashes. Massive damage on the Val. Barely any health for Adam. Is it enough though? Oh, that was so close. I was thinking maybe that was gonna be it. It was gonna be able to drop everything down. No health whatsoever at the end though. I don't know if you shielded that point too, because I think you need to spend every global doing damage, right? GG's. Catch you next week, Flush. Appreciate you coming by, man. Thanks so much for organizing these groups. I really do appreciate it. Bob for Val, that is unfortunate. He didn't have Spell Warden, so he was. Oh, whatever. He did have Spell Warden by the looks of it, so might have pressed Bob to stop the pets, the demons, but Spell Warden for that fear. There was no right answer. Those are all wrong answers. With you, Bob, with the Spell Warden, I think you still go down either way. That is tough. Had a house on for goddamn. All good, man. All good. You were just if anybody asked, you were just honorable and decided not to use a Hellstone. Proper 1v1. You know what I mean? Young does get himself a Ring of Frost to stop some of those demons, but it's going to be Rick bailing out of the immediately. Young is back to the Arcane, though. Hold on a second. Back to the Arcanius Magus. Arcana Sphere to knock the pets. For some reason, the Gloomhound. I guess it was disappearing, so I guess it didn't get hit by the bowling ball thing, but it was just funny how it just ignored it. You know what I mean? Rick does get himself a bit of reset behind the pillow, so does Young, and it's gonna be, I think, a nice reset for the both of them. Rick does have every cooldown available. Young, blinking and very aggressive, looking for a poly, send a Mortal Coil into his face, Trinket interrupt onto Rick on that fear, does land a poly, but he's taking still a decent bit of damage from those pets. Is going to go for arcane power, but he's just not going to be able to connect together onto Rick, who is going to go for a trinket with a port. Ring of Frost in the main pet. At least you can CC them. But Rick is going to get himself a full tyrant. Is that what it was? Maybe not a tyrant. Big barrage. I like how it connects and hits all those little imps, by the way. It looks really, really cool, huh? Does get himself a tyrant. Greater Gloomhound or Greater Dreadstalker? I think it's just over. I don't know if Young can do much except block this. I think it's just over. He got himself an Arcane Surge. Maybe he can follow up with some damage after this. What can he even do? He has to block, yeah. There just isn't much he can do. He got to find a way to connect on Rig, get a couple of missiles going, get that there precision rolling into. That's about all he can do in that situation, though, however. That is rough. Does get a blink. Mortal Coil immediately. Man, there's just nothing he can really do about it. It's just a tough matchup. A tough 1v1. Yeah, Rig does take that one. As soon as you get over there, there's usually like an Axe Toss or Mortal Coil usually waiting for him, and then just lockdown CC. What's up, Celadros? I do, man. You doing good? I'm doing fantastic. I'll be doing good too. As Caligorn is going to be the last one over for the team one. He's still got to go through Leo, Rick, and Sham. There's quite a few bodies to go through, but Rick so far being a one-man army with all these demons, it is going to be tough. What is your... Wait, your Greater Dreadhound just summons on the target when you Tyrant? That is actually so good. Look at that thing. It just immediately on Caligorn. Demolish on the pets? He's actually focusing the pets down. He killed the demon doggo. Not the doggo. No, Pupper. He literally just demolished a Pupper. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. He's just slaying these pets one after another. Does he slay a Felguard? Is there a Felguard? No, it's still healthy. He's just gonna kill rock to bring that thing back and health funnel it. Maybe over time, because he does have to sacrifice a portion of his health to heal that thing. So maybe that's Caligor's strategy, is to keep killing that pet, and Rick will eventually have to just keep health funneling it. It's a move. The problem is Rick is just gonna get Tyrant very, very soon. And if you can get a couple other pets, look, it actually does do a decent bit of damage. It will take absorbs first before it starts eating away the health. So as long as he has a shield, he should be fine. But eventually Rick should be able to get a bunch of pets with a Tyrant, everything in there. And that's just going to be a lot of damage for Caligorn to deal with. Maybe if he has himself another pet. Yeah, he just keeps pulling that one back. That's all he can really do. Caligorn is at least trying to recover. Axe Toss sent. Check it out for Rick. It is going to be Stormbolt. Bladestorm to follow for Caligorn, but he does get away. Man, that is so rough. I don't know why I switched over to chicken there for a second. Rick is going to get himself a Tyrant. Okay, so the Demon Doggo just leaps at the target. Does it ignore line of sight, or does it just like rush over very quickly? Because that thing does a lot of damage. Does charge towards the tyrant, charge it back over towards Rick. Finally, oh, reflect the morticle back at the guy, but the axe stops. It does knock him with a fear on majority of the pets. Caligard, I think, just needs to lock him down. He got spears, got everything. I think you just need to have a go right now. I don't think you can wait. There's literally no chance to wait. Parry does reap out his soul for a moment. Is going to be feared to follow. Zerka is available. Doesn't use that. I think maybe saving it for someone else. It's going to be a wall for Rick. Reflect for a second. Does get himself a reflect. I don't even know what he reflected. Rick super low. So is Caligard. Hand to go down. Does get a board. Caligard leaps. But I think that pet is probably going to slay him. Does go for a stun. Unless you get a heal right here, right now. It is over. Unless you get a heal right here, right now. I don't know. Demolish. Does he have enough damage to kill the pet, maybe? He's starting to recover a little bit of health. That pet is stunned. Rick is super far away. He's also really low in health. Does go for first aid. That pet eventually is going to die, right? And Rick may need to summon a fresh new one at this point. Maybe. Does Caligard have like a leap? Say the pet leap over? I gotta switch over to chicken for some reason. As we head into that 11 minutes bar, did 60% dampening. That Caligard living for a while, ain't it? Look at that guy. He is living for a long look. Spears him. Outkill Rock. He just charges with a storm bolt. Axe toss. I think it's over. Unless Caligard finds a dude. Unless he just finds a way. Mortal does not do enough. Yeah, it's over. Fear. Your health is in such a jeopardy. It is unreal. Stun on these pets. Into a reflect. Shot of Fury is going to stun you for a second. Oh my, parry. Parry. Barely in health. Okay. I was thinking the whole time, like, if there's a man that can break past it, maybe he could do it. But it looks like not even Caligard can stop a Demonology Warlock. These guys are way too good.